Hi, my name is Alanna Kaivalya. Do you love the tarot? I would like to show you a very simple and easy way to bring the tarot into your everyday life. If you have a deck lying around, go ahead and grab it. I have one here with me. This is the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. It's the most popular deck and the most common one that we use. It's the one that I recommend if you haven't yet purchased a deck. Today, I'm going to show you a very simple way that you can use the tarot every single day. We all have questions. Every day we have a question. It can be a big question or a little question, but the only important requirement for this particular exercise is that it be a question you don't yet have the answer to. So if you have your deck, go ahead and take it in your hands, hold it, and close your eyes. Feel the deck between the hands and bring all of your energy into the deck. You may do this by breathing into the deck, by focusing on the deck, but also by thinking about the question that you have in mind. Feel the essence of the question. Feel whatever it is the question brings up. If it's anxiety or hope, feel that and put the feeling into the deck. Now, when you're ready, open your eyes and pull one card from the deck. This card is going to have a clue to the answer that you're looking for your question. You don't need to know every single thing about every card in the tarot. What you do need to do is look at what the card is showing you. Each and every one of the cards in the tarot deck has a picture. And on these pictures are powerful symbols. Symbols that evoke in your mind some kind of feeling or notion, a symbol that's for you right now in response to the question that you asked. Look at the cards and see what they tell you. For our example today, I have pulled out a kind of card from the deck from each one of the suits. So I have a trump card from the 22 trump cards. I have a Pentacles card and a Wands card, a Cups card, and a Swords card. Don't worry, I'll be showing those longer as I talk about them. So let's start with the Swords, for example. When you look at a Swords card in your deck, what you need to see is what are the swords doing? Are they upright? Are they all in a heap? Are they in chaos? The swords represent our thinking or our intellectual function. So your ability to make a decision. Is your ability to make a decision hindered, or is it facilitated by what you see on the face of the card? So in this circumstance, we see our poor girl here. She's all blindfolded and she's tied up amidst what looks to be a cage of swords. But there's always good news, even in what seems to be the most dire of cards. Her feet are free and she can walk. As long as she can walk away, she can have the space she needs to make her decision. So if there's a decision at hand and you pull a Swords card, find out if the decision feels stunted or if there's some freedom to move so that you can make your decision. Here's an example of a Cups card. When you have a Cups card, you want to see again, what are the cups doing? Are they knocked over? Are they full? Are they empty? And what are the characters in the card doing with the cups? In this case, you see we have a couple of children, and the cups are not just full, but they're full of plants and flowers. And not just any flower, the peace lily, a lily of hope. So in this case, the cups represent our emotions. The swords, remember, represented our thinking and our decisions. The cups represent our feelings, our emotions. What are our emotions doing in terms of this decision? Do our emotions flourish? Do they grow? Are we paying attention to them? Or do we need to give them a little more attention? If they're knocked over, if they're empty, we probably need to pay attention to our emotions a little bit more in terms of this decision. Next, we have a Wands card. The Wands card represents our ability to bring ideas into form, to manifest things that are being asked of us. My favorite example of Wands energy is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was able to take grand ideas that no one had ever seen before and create something out of them. So what is it that you're ready to create? What is it that you're ready to bring forth? If you pull a Wands card in terms of your decision, once again, have a look at what the Wands are doing. Are they upright? Are they organized? Are they all over the place? In this case, we have one wand that has some blooms on it, some leaves, and you can see there's this cosmic hand holding it as if this particular idea is divinely inspired. So perhaps your decision requires some divine inspiration. Our last suit is the Pentacles. The Pentacles represent our abundance, our ability to realize, to look around and see how rich we really are. It doesn't necessarily mean a huge bank account. It just means the riches or the abundance that we take the time to pay attention to and recognize in our life. So once again, what are the Pentacles doing? In this case, they're buried underground and they're getting ready to bloom. They're getting ready to sprout. You can see there's lots of grapes around this lovely lady. She looks very happy in her element. This is an example of abundance well recognized, well enjoyed. And perhaps if your question is in regards to where is it? If you draw a card like this, it's suggesting that you need to look around you and see it for where it is, because it is there. Finally, we have an example of what's called a trump card. So in the tarot deck, there are 4 different suits: the Wands, the Pentacles, the Cups, and the Swords. The Swords are our thinking and our decisions. Wands are inspired ideas. Pentacles are abundance, our ability to bring forth and recognize what we have. Cups are our emotions, our intuition. The trump cards are big cards. They represent different stages of our psychological development. So you'll see they're always numbered at the top, and the higher the number is, they go from 0 through 21, the closer we are to a full transformation. The earlier the card, the more we are at the beginning of a transformation. But once again, what is the card doing? The symbols and the imagery on the card that you're using is evocative. It's meant to bring up whatever the card is showing you, whatever it wants to communicate. So in this case, we have a big bright sun. The big rays of our consciousness are shining forth, and we have a child riding an animal. Our goal at the later stages of our psychological development, and this card is numbered 19, is to look upon the world with the innocence of a child, to realize that our problems really aren't problems at all, that we have to shift our perception so that we can see things with that divine childlike gaze. So that's what this card would suggest. But all the trump cards have beautiful characters and imagery on them that tell you that you're at a very powerful stage in your journey, in your process of transformation. So for the trump cards, remember, look at the number at the top. The closer to 21, the further you are along in your path. The closer to 0, the more you are at the beginning of your path. And all places in those stages are good, so have no fear. There's not a single tarot card that is scary or full of fear or negative. Even if the image looks a little dire, see if you can find the hope in the image. What is it trying to show you? Perhaps it's trying to show you it's time to let go of something. It's time to release. It's time to take life to the next level. So let's try our practice one more time. Remember, you can do this every day. The more you work with the cards, the more that they'll tell you what it is they want you to hear. So close your eyes, hold your deck in your hands. Feel the question you want to bring to the deck today. Send the question into the cards. Feel the feeling the question brings up. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Without thinking about it, choose any card from the deck. You can even keep your eyes closed as you reach in and pick a card. And whatever card it is that you draw is the one that is the answer to your question for that day. So I just drew this right now. This is a trump card. It's number 1. So we are at the very beginning of our tarot journey, and I wish you the best of luck.